Welcome back to the Golden Spoon. I'm Jeremy.
Hey, and I'm McCahill.
On this week's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about depression.
We haven't covered that topic fully yet. We may have discussed it in some small topics, but we have not dug deep into depression because a lot of people have it and have symptoms of depression. So we're gonna roll right into this B clip.
What? B clip?
I don't know. I'm over here having fun. I'm with one of my golden spoons.
I was
bro.
just imagining a B clip. All right. So, one, depression comes in many forms.
Does it, Jeremy?
It does.
So what are some forms of depression?
I'm glad you asked. It's we have major depressive disorder, which is the most common type. It occurs when someone feels sad, has trouble enjoying activities, or experiencing previously enjoyed. That didn't read right, but other symptoms include difficulty sleeping, changes of appetite, lack of energy, problems with concentration, making decisions, a sense of hopelessness, experiencing thoughts that life is not worth living, or thoughts of suicide that last more than 2 weeks. That's the one. That's the common one.
That's the common one too. That's crazy to think that is major. That one was what, major depressive disorder?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most common?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, that's not good.
No.
You said there are other forms as well, like there.
Oh yeah, we're going down the list.
Oh no.
We got a bipolar disorder depression, which is what I have.
So you have this.
Yeah.
Because you have been diagnosed with bipolar mixed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually, it's bipolar 1 with severe depression.
Okay, bipolar 1 with severe depression.
Bipolar disorder depression happens when someone switches between depressive state to a hypomanic or manic state. However, most people who have bipolar disorder spend most of their time feeling depressed, having symptoms which are the same as a major depressive disorder.
So it's basically
major depressive disorder.
Major depressive disorder, but you throw in the manic side.
Yeah.
Of bipolar.
Then you get chronic depression.
Okay, and what is chronic depression? I know what the word chronic and depression means, but what is
chronic? Got that chronic.
Do you have that chronic?
Chronic depression is defined as those who have been depressed.
Man, your brain is telling you you need that. You need.
I think it's just I can't breathe because I'm so fat.
I mean, you did stuff a whole pizza.
I did a whole pizza, man. I ate a whole pizza.
A whole thing.
Whole thing. They've been depressed for more than 2 years. This type is commonly found in people who have never received treatment. Then you got seasonal depression.
Right. That's one of the main reasons why this all came together, correct? Because we wanted to release the first episode.
Yeah.
Way back in September.
Way back when?
When the sun started to go down earlier and everything like that. And seasonal depression starts kicking in.
It usually takes place during the fall or winter, and the person and then a person mood may lift in the spring or summer. The reverse can also be true. The depression is treatable.
I'm glad about that. So with seasonal depression, do you think people just
taste good because they're seasoned?
Not at all.
Seasonal depression.
No. Do you think
spices on there?
We're not Salt Baying people, okay? So, do you think that people. people give up around the holidays, especially like, I don't know, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, 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 Christmas, New Ye elders and just like people who have something that's like seriously wrong with them and they don't want to live anymore, do you think that they just kind of give up and due to their seasonal depression?
Yeah, probably a lot to do with the seasonal depression because they're in that depressed state because everyone else is having fun and hanging out with their families and everything, and they're like, I'm pretty much dead anyway.
That's really like tough to think about, because I know some people who have died around the holidays, and I believe it was kind of just the whole mind and body just not being able to take anymore, and so they just let go. But you said depression and all forms of depression are treatable, correct?
Yes.
You would hope so, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so as well.
I don't want to be untreatable.
That was a nice noise.
Yeah,
all those people, all those people who like ASMR. That was a good little quick ASMR moment for you.
Here, you want to read some of this?
Yeah, I do. I want to.
Because I'm gonna yawn if
you
I start reading again.
So it says depression is treatable. There's no reason that we can't get everyone's depression under control, even the more difficult to treat types of depression. So the goal is to just treat depression, right? Oh my goodness. But there are a few common strategies to treat this depression, right? So you have antidepressants, which are a form of medication prescribed to those with moderate to severe symptoms of major depressive disorder.
Yeah.
Right? So you have augmentation, which is medications are added to the antidepressants to achieve greater impact with the antidepressants to provide a full remission of depression. Then you have psychotherapy. Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was reading that right because, I can just jumble up words. But that's a form of treatment in which participants learn about the conditions, moods, feelings, thoughts, and behaviors of a person. This strategy focuses on training the brain to adapt to negative feelings or emotions. So
it's all about training your brain.
So with this one, they're literally getting your brain to be okay with negative, to like adapt to your negative thoughts and feelings.
Is electric shock therapy still a thing?
No.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm sure in some places that are not good, there might be some electroshock therapy, but I don't think that's recommended practice anymore.
I want in on some of that.
I don't think you do.
Let's crank up the juice.
I really don't think you do.
Crank up the juice, Papa.
Papa. Is this Stranger Things? Papa. 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 Yeah, I don't think you want the zap.
Embotomy?
A lobotomy?
Lobotomy?
No, you definitely don't want a lobotomy. Yeah, no, you don't want that either.
That's the lymphotomy, ain't it?
A lobotomy? Yeah,
lobotomy.
Where they go up and separate your frontal lobe? Yeah, you don't want that. You won't be the same person.
Yeah, but I'll be happy.
Will you? You will be even more trapped inside your mind than you are.
Oh my God.
You will literally not be able to get outside of your mind. You yourself will be.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, it's better to not have do lobotomies anymore. Then you have some cognitive behavior therapy.
Oh, CBD.
No.
CBT.
CBT.
Yeah. THC.
Oh, no.
Is that on the list?
No.
THC therapy?
No, not yet, but,
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day down the line. This therapy is among the most common evidence-based forms of psychotherapy that focus on patients' present thoughts, behaviors, and ways of communicating rather than on the past experiences. It teaches them problem-solving skills. So it allows you to focus on present thoughts. So if you're listening to this episode, be prepared to get shocked next season because some intrusive thoughts may enter our mind, and we'll talk about some intrusive thoughts. And I love the ASMR. I really do. It's really good this time. It's usually me making the noise too. So, but we'll get into some intrusive thoughts and what our intrusive thoughts are, what enters our mind, and what we think about. Because I know I have some intrusive thoughts, but
I know I do.
We'll see that in season 3. So
episode 1.
Yeah, be prepared for that. It's going to be a real rocker of a show.
A real jaw dropper.
We're going to drop some jaws?
Yep. We're going to break some jaws.
No, I'm not. I hate blood.
Oh, man, you should have seen that deer.
I'm fine with that. It's just like other people's blood. So, do you think there are myths and stigmas about depression? Not at all. No, not at all, right?
No, just kidding. They are. They're thieving.
So, why do you think
It's the government.
our agents are going to be listening in and they're just going to be like, they're talking?
They don't listen to our podcast. Jerks.
No, but why do you think people have such a stigma around depression? Do you think it's because they don't feel it's like an actual health concern?
Yeah, it's because they've never had to deal with it. They've never had to deal with the actual chemical imbalance in their brain that they can't control. And so they're just like, oh, that person's just weak. They need to grow a pair and be better at life. That's where you get the stigma from.
That's those people that are like, they're just not a tough human being.
Yeah.
That just sucks. That's some BS. Like, if you've never had to deal with any form of depression, I'm glad for you. But if you've had to deal with a form of depression and you've gotten through it, or you know somebody who's gotten through a form of depression, that's a strong-minded person right there. They have had to get the help that they have had to realize that they needed help first off. And that's probably the biggest step that they had to take. They had to, get off the ledge and take that step off the ledge to realize this shit isn't going to get any better and I need some help. So that's big on their part. The second thing is, for those people who have never had any outs of depression, I hope that the stigma changes. I hope that people are more acceptable or accepting of more mental health, related things, because it's not always about the physical. The mental side, you can get trapped in your own mind and eat at yourself for any small or big thing. So for those people out there who are like, those are not tough people, they haven't really struggled through anything, I hope your mindset changes, because everything out there isn't all sunshine and rainbows every day for most people. So there are myths about antidepressants as well. There are many misconceptions about antidepressants. A common one is that it changes your personality. Jeremy, I haven't noticed your personality changing. You're still the same Jeremy that I've known for a long time. So I'm glad that myth is not true. That it just changes your whole.
I haven't noticed a difference.
It has kind of kept you like
Mellow.
mellow. Yeah, I mean you're still Jeremy, so I mean that's pretty good. How do you feel about the that myth?
Yeah, I would have to say it is a myth because I don't really feel anybody changing personalities or anything that I know of.
That are on antidepressants.
Yeah.
That's good. Personality features are lifelong patterns or behaviors, and interpersonal reactions. Apparently, those are myths. Those are not going to change with antidepressants. Your personality features and lifelong patterns and behaviors are not going to change if you if you're always the same person. It's just helping your mind become at ease. It's taking part of that chemical imbalance in your head and making it level again. That's all it's doing. The person isn't going to change. Like it's not going to be like, oh my God, they're, a rock star now. They're a farmer now.
They're a bloody rock star.
They're a bloody rock star.
Long live the queen. Or she's dead.
Yeah.
Long live the king.
Another myth is that antidepressants may worsen or cause suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, that can happen.
That can happen. So that's more of a false positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a false positive because that they say that on every like antidepressant commercial out there, and the list keeps getting longer for antidepressant commercials. I'm like,
If you take this,
is it going to cause me to pluck out my eyeballs as well? Like,
you'll be so depressed that you wouldn't even want to call us anymore. What?
So, for the stigmas, and all mental illnesses, because there are stigmas on every mental illness. Depression and seeking help for illnesses has been seen as a form of weakness in society, which is what you've already said. So that's one stigma about that. And it's not that those people are weak at all.
I'm weak. There's a song. I was trying to think of it. I'm weak, and it's okay. I don't know. You got my phone, so I can Google it. I'm weak, and it's okay.
So,
And I'm weak. And what's wrong with that? Well, oh yeah, we're recording.
Copywritten. Depression is seen as a serious disease, not just something someone can choose to get better from.
Yeah, you can't choose to heal cancer.
Yeah, you can't choose.
You can't just swallow a pill and get rid of it.
Yeah, you can't choose to just heal your broken arm or anything like that.
Stop being broke.
I mean, that's not gonna help. Like, so if not taken seriously, depression can be deadly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this in episode 3, season 1, Too Proud of a Man. But if you notice those women and men who are down or kind of become a recluse, you need to check on them.
Like a brown recluse?
Well, in the different sense of the word, but yeah, a recluse, like somebody who shies away from social situations and people.
I thought it was the spiders.
Well, there are some brown recluses, but it's more of people who want to shy away from events and people and parties and just big crowds and.
I want a party hardy.
Oh, I don't think we need to party hardy like we used to. Oh, that's gonna get bad. We're gonna question if things are real. For some, depression can be seen as something people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps with.
I've done that before.
You just
pulled my whole body up by my bootstrap.
Wow, that's impressive.
Just grabbed them and pulled them up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do life today. I just grabbed them and it worked. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you are. Yeah, you have.
I don't even have a bootstrap.
I mean, you have shared a lot on this podcast so far. You mean
I wear slides. You can't take me seriously.
he slides into life.
I slide into life with socks on.
But I
learned that from the hospital.
But I put a sock in the shoe and a sock in the shoe.
That's right. I put a sock in a slide and a sock in a slide.
No, you don't. You put a sock in it. You are totally opposite of me.
I put sock, slide. I've had so many conversations. My whole work's got talking about it now.
I'm so glad. I'm appreciative that we have kind of.
No one's thought about it.
We have kind of just shocked the little airspace that we have with. Hey,
sock in a shoe and a sock in a shoe.
Do you put a sock and a sock and a shoe and a shoe on, or a sock and a shoe and a sock and a shoe? Get it? Yawn. God bless you.
Kazoom type. Thank you.
It still picked up on my mic.
It did? I tried.
It's fine. We got flags for that. So, in certain instances, you can't force yourself into like deliberating your illness. Sometimes you get put. What, are you good?
Yeah, I'm trying to mess with you.
I know you always pull my strings over here. You're like, I know how to pull this chain.
All right.
So,
if I deliberately,
could you deliberate the illness to where you put yourself in a facility that would help you, or were you like forcefully put? Were you able to deliberate? Hey, I need to go into a facility, or were you?
No, I was.
You were
out
forcefully
of control.
put.
Yeah, I was in psychosis. I was full blown crazy.
So,
About to get tased by police.
What does it feel? What was your psychosis like? Because some people out there were trying to break the stigma, right?
Yeah.
So what?
My psychosis was.
What did you feel? How did it?
Burning
affect
sensation all over my body physically. And then feeling like I always like had to get something accomplished in order to like unlock something else, like almost like a video game. And like basically not remembering anything at all. I was driving for 2 hours. Don't remember it.
You don't remember?
Don't remember driving
Anything from when you were in psychosis?
Mm-mm.
So when they finally stopped you, what made you come to? Out of your psychosis, was it an instant snap?
No, it had to be medicated.
Okay.
I was in psychosis the whole trip, right in the back of the police car, all the way up to the hospital, and then they sedated me. And then after I woke up from sedation, I was doing better. Party hardy.
No, you have gotten help, which I am very proud of. Like,
multiple times. Been in the hospital 3 different times.
Well, an artist can't make one art piece and sell it for $1 million. It has to be a work in progress. You can't.
The third time though was voluntary, so.
Oh, that's good. You had
progression.
Yes,
not perfection.
Well, you're reaching. We're all trying to reach for perfection here. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, I hope you're trying to reach perfection of some sort, because
the only time you reach it is when you're in that sweet now and now, or sweet by and by. whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think it's a sweet by and by.
Going for that sweet by and by, living in that sweet now and now. Something like that.
But so when you that third time you decided to put yourself into the hospital,
I didn't trust myself around myself, so I was like, "Hey, I need some help. I'm off my meds. They got me regulated."
That's good. And now would you say you're in remission?
I guess, yeah.
Or like a form of recovery from that? Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still have symptoms.
It's not like they're going to...
and everything, but...
It's not going to go away, but...
It's not out of control. I don't have flare-ups like a rash.
Well, people should not hesitate to pursue treatment, right?
They shouldn't.
Talking to somebody.
The younger, the better.
Yes. Early diagnosis is something that is fantastic. Because if you notice something, even with, your niece, nephew, whoever in your family, and you're like, I don't want to, like, alert the parents to be like, oh my God, my child is the worst thing possible. I just want to alert my brother, sister, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, like, hey, I'm noticing things that people have talked about, and you might want to go get tested and see if you have any forms of these, or you are any forms of these, because it doesn't hurt to go get tested. And hell, if they tell you don't have anything, be okay with that.
You got a clean bill of health.
It's okay not to be okay, though.
And it's okay to be okay.
Correct. Because that's what we want here. I mean, we want everybody who's listening in
to be okay.
To be okay. Even when you're not okay.
Even when you're not.
So,
with that,
what are some bullet points? You just want to take it out.
Well, I was just seeing the time. I was like, oh, this sounds good, man. With that, getting out of here.
So what's the biggest thing that you've learned in your life to tell everybody that's listening now about depression? What's like something...
If you feel something's out of whack, go get help. Don't wait. Don't brush it off and think it's just going to get better. I mean, there's stuff out there. I mean, like if you got a headache, you're going to take Advil and it eases the headache. If you have depression, you can go get some antidepressants and it eases the depression. Makes it easier to live with every day. Don't let it get too bad. That's about my only 2 cents on it. That's my 2 cents on it.
Your 2 cents on
my
it.
2 cents on it.
I'll allow the aluminum foil.
Aluminium foil.
All right. Well, I think you've been very helpful to our listeners and guests that have...
Thank you. I really enjoy being on here.
Do we have a special guest?
It's a special guest. It's Russell Bond. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. maybe I'm not.
Maybe he's not. But for everybody out there, if you haven't already, please comment, like, subscribe. Go over to our YouTube channel, check out the videos we have over there, subscribe to that. If you want to donate to our show, you can go to our Linktree. You can buy us a coffee, or you can donate more money because we might need a couple extra pieces of gear for developing our skills here. And if you want more content that is not public, go to our Patreon and go subscribe to that. Pick the $5 plan. You'll get to see everything out there. If you want to give a little bit more, pick the $15 or the $20 plan. But with the $5 plan, you'll be able to listen to everything that is not published, publicly.
Beautifully.
All right, Jeremy.
All right. Thank you for listening in. See y'all next time on The Golden Spoon. This is Jeremy.
And I'm McCall.
Bye.